Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Yorgos. I'm the managing director of Atisipia. It's a Drupal agency in Greece. This is my colleague Panagiotis, that is the tech leader in our company. And we're going to talk about how to build strong virtual communities and digital ecosystem using Drupal. So we need to transform our clients into happy, engaged members. That's the scope. Let's start with our topic and some definitions. First of all, we need to define what is a virtual community, why we need to build virtual communities, how to build a strong virtual community using Drupal, and we are going to follow some examples of some projects that we have made, successful in my opinion, best practices and examples. So let's start with the definitions. What is a community? A community is a group of people who share something in common, such as ideas, values, locations, ideology, origins, interests. So the physical communities, the interaction happens face to face, bound by geographical location like towns, neighborhoods, schools, or workplaces. This is Pericles in ancient Athens. He has to talk to his colleagues, but only around him. It's impossible to spread his ideas between a larger group of people. The second picture is from the percentage of Instagram users among Europe. And as you can see, in most of the countries of Europe, more than 40% of the people has Instagram accounts. That's incredible because it's a large community without frontiers. So now, what is a virtual community? It's the same as the traditional community. The biggest difference is that members of virtual community may never meet each other in person, exist online, and interaction happens through digital platforms like social media or online networks. So the virtual communities are location independent, allowing people from different geographic regions to unite. So now why we need to build virtual communities? We need to build virtual communities in order to sell our products, our services, to spread our ideas, to develop a loyal audience, to engage more people, to understand their needs, to enforce participation and contribution, to improve our services or our products, and to create or maintain an ecosystem with common needs. These are some examples of very successful communities like Roblox. Behance is the community of the designers. The old of you are going to remember Second Life, maybe. You know Second Life, I believe. It's an old, maybe the first virtual community. Facebook, of course, TikTok, Instagram, Discord, the gaming community, LinkedIn, Fortnite, the Apple ecosystem. So all of these are client-based. So Fortnite is a product, but they enforce the communication and the interaction between the users in order to make a community. So the scope of Fortnite is similar of the scope of Apple, for example, because Apple, they would like to sell their products. So if you buy an Apple Watch, then you need to buy a MacBook, then you need to buy a tablet, an iPad. So they're trying to make it like an ecosystem to increase your needs to buy their products. So now how to build a strong virtual community? We need, first of all, to make it attractive. So we need to use the best UX and UI practices. We need to make it simple. We need to highlight the content because content is the most important in a community platform. We haven't to make an optical noise. We don't need to ask for needless personal data from the users. It's good to let them connect via Google accounts or Apple accounts or Facebook accounts because it's easier for them to engage without leave their personal data. And we need to make it for sure mobile friendly because most of the users of the socials are browsing through their mobiles. So this is an example of an academy of cosmetics that we did for L'Oreal. So this is some screens of the design. As you see, it's clean, modern, simple, and we highlight the content. We don't have more designs that they are going to make an optical noise, so we would like to highlight just the content. The content now. We need to take care of the content. So, you know the trivial phrase of Bill Gates that content is the king, for sure. We need to make it interesting, consistent. We need to keep it fresh, to update it very often, to give emphasis to the target group's needs, to use multimedia than long tests. As you are users of socials, you know that we prefer to browse among multimedia than texts. For example, Instagram and Twitter is very successful, even if we cannot write long tests there. We need to ask the members to contribute. In my opinion, we don't need to adopt strict moderation and to give freedom to our members to express themselves. It's good to have no political connections, except if the community is about politics. And the last one that is very important is to follow the virals. We will see an example then. So, Panagiotis, this is a platform.
This is one of the European actual platforms.
You need to be close to the microphone.
Yes, sorry. So this is one of the European websites that allows members of the European countries to be able to have to join different ecosystems, different groups, and each one of them may be someone not just a member, but maybe a ministry, for example. So they have the option. They should have the option to choose the content that is best for them. They choose their interests, they choose their characteristics, their options, and when they log into the website, they get an option of all the content types, and they have the option to choose which of them they want to get updated with.
Can see that in the next slide.
So this is the next slide. Here we see content, the articles, this is, and data and everything else. This is content that they want to see, and just by logging in the platform, they see targeted content. This is one of the examples.
Yes, so this is a video from Greece. It's a viral video. The situation is we're on a deck of a ship. We're traveling to a Greek island, and one couple disturbing the others, having loud music. So, let's see the video first.
Τι έκαμες! Τι έκαμες!
Τι έκαμες!
Τι έκαμες!
So, they disturb the others, loud music, and someone of the other people took the JBL and threw it to the sea. So that was a viral video for Greece. It was very funny for us that happens on a deck of a ship. And then after some minutes, the most important tech store of Greece is the picture beside, Plesio, make an advertisement, what can you find in the bottom of the sea? And they promote the JBL. And this advertisement became viral because everybody of us thought about the video. So it was a very clever idea of the marketeer to make some minutes after this video, this advertisement, and say, if you would like to buy a second one, or if you would like to find the JBL, you can search in the bottom of the sea. So that's why I said before that viral is very important, to include virals in our ecosystems. It's really annoying music. So another thing that we need to do is to boost cross-platform interactivity. So we need to encourage interactivity between the users and between admin and users. We need to encourage gamification to make participation look like a game and to adapt user habits. I mean that everybody is very familiar to like, thumbs up, commenting, emojis. So we need to adopt these techniques in order to have a platform familiar to what we use every day. So this is from our platform of L'Oréal. This is the profile of the user. So we can see the rankings, we can see the seminars that he took, and we can see also the budgets. We will talk about budgeting system later. And this is the social feed of the same platform. Panagiotis is going to explain how we did that with Drupal later. And you can post a picture, you can post a comment, you can like, or you can comment someone else's post. And we made that similar to Facebook, to the most well-known social platforms. So we need to engage the members to use something that they use every day. This is from the other platform of Ismea.
Yes.
It's the same, almost the same.
In this case, we have also a map where we have the users of the website, the members of each ecosystem. We have specified content per country, and of course, we can also see the members of each country. I remind you that this is a more or less private place, so you have to be a member of the group in order to see this information. But in any case, you have the option to see these transition pathways, types of tourism, and everything are the kind of interests of the users, so that you can find other users with the same interests with you in the country that you want, and you have the option to send a message to them to start a discussion directly, or to follow them so that every content that gets added from them or something that they liked or something related to them, you get notified about it, and you have also the option to follow it and go on the discussion with them.
So, next thing that we need to include to our ecosystem or our social platform is to follow the trends. We need to make it modern. Don't be stale using traditional approaches. Let's see an example. This is Clooney at 80s, and this is Clooney, a recent photo. So if you see this man walking in the streets with this shirt and with this haircut now, maybe it will be funny. But now George Clooney is like the second picture. So we need to make it like how we used to the appearance to be like to be modern.
The expected result from the
The
customers.
expected result from the customer, right? So then we need to make it to make them trust you. So a guru is always useful in order to engage more people. Do you have any celebrities among your members? We need to promote their participation. If we are not a big brand, we need to try to become one. And for sure, we have to prove that our community is secure. So these are two examples. The right one is Thierry Henry and Beckham. This is from, I think, Milan Stadium, and they eat Lay's. So this is an advertisement of Lay's. They need to promote their product. So they invite two very famous people to use them as promoters of their product. So for the supporters, if me and Panagiotis were eating Lay's somewhere in the stadium, it's not important for the others. But if the supporters see that some celebrities used to eat Lay's during the football match, it will be more engaged for them. The second example is from my favorite team in Greece, that is AEK Athens, and this is our museum. So when you enter the museum, you can see pictures of famous Greeks, actors, singers, that they're the same team. So this is to make trust to the members. So if I go to this museum with a friend of me, we can see that we are not alone. A lot of celebrities, they are following the same team, the same community. So we feel more engaged and we feel more safe, that we are not the only ones. So this is two very good examples, in my opinion, that how can we make our audience to trust our platform. We need to use some well-known people that belongs to the same community. Now, recognition. It's good to give recognition to our members. We need to maybe to award badges to them, to give some benefits because of their participation to the frequent users, or to offer them some privileges to our best members. So this is the badges systems that we have adopted for L'Oréal Academy. it's two categories. The first one is for socializing, and the second one is for knowledge. So we have the beginner. You have just to log in, and you took this badge because you are a beginner. The second batch is the weekenders. So all the users, we track the users that they use the platform during the weekends. So we award them this badge of weekenders. Nightbirds are the users that they use the platform during late hours. Social butterfly is the people that they use to interact in the social feed, to post there or to share comments.
Yes.
And the like lovers is the people that like the
Click
content.
the like button, yes. A lot.
This is for socializing. The second category is for knowledge. So the nerd is when you respond to correct to 30 answers of the seminars of the academy, then you are the nerd. You are the genius when you reach 60 correct questions, correct answers. You are on fire when you are in the first place during the first semester. And you are the master if you are in the first 5 rankings
For the year.
for the year. At the end of the year, we have 2 badges. The first is Guru, that is in the first place, and this badge follows him during the next year. And the second one is Academic King Queen, that you are both in the first place of socializing and knowledge questions. So this is something like recognition to the members. So when they talk in the chat or in the forum, it's obvious who is who. And this is from a Drupal example. It's the same. You know that Drupal Association have the Drupal Certified Partnership. All of the Drupal agencies, we participate to that, and we need to contribute, we need to sponsor, we need to have individual memberships, and the recognition from the Drupal Association is to give us a badge. If we are in the top tier, if we are platinum, gold, silver, bronze, so Drupal is a community too. So they need to recognize the agencies that they support the community. So if you support more, you take a golden or platinum badge. So this is an example of how the Drupal Association tries to engage more Drupal agencies to contribute and to support more the Drupal community. Now, we need to use or to become a heavy brand. You know, it's more easy to attract people when you are a brand. So, the members trust the brand. It's good to use a multi-channel promotion and try to enforce community awareness. So, sorry. Let's say that we're in a store and we can see those 2 shirts. They're almost the same color, same shape. The right one is Lacoste. The left one, we don't know what it is. It's obvious that all the eyes is going to focus on the brand, because when we see this small crocodile, we know that the quality is good. Maybe it's more obvious that we can buy this instead of the other one. So I have to say that it's very important. If we have a brand in our community, it's more easy to attract more people. Let's say an example for this session. If I was not the managing director of Isipia, but the managing director of Apple, with the same topic, with the same presentation, I will attract hundreds of people here. Not because of my presentation, but because I am from Apple. So it's the same for the communities. It's very important to have someone that is a guru or a brand, because that way you can attract more people. Now we need to encourage competition. It's good when you participate in a community to have some type of competition, because it's more interesting for the members. And we need to reward them, the most loyal users. We need to have some rankings like the user of the month, the user of the year. Oops, sorry. This is an example for our Academy platform. So we have rankings for month, for 2 months, I think, a semester, and for year.
Yes.
So all the members, they can see those rankings, and they can see their profile page, the points, the badges, and you can press the right button to see the full profile page. And this is the explanation what you about
the rewards that you
The
have,
rewards.
because one point of the rewards is that, okay, you have the badges, you have the listings, but at the end of the month or at the end of the year, depending on whether you have better knowledge of the seminars or whether you were better at the socializing part, you
take
get
some- you take some
different
money.
amount of money from the company as another reward that goes from the virtual community to the real community.
So this is an engagement for the users because they know that if they take a lot of points, they are going to take some rewards.
Yes, and for many of them, it's their actual priority to get knowledge or to be social. So you just add something to what they actually want.
Remind and notify them. It's very important to remind all the people that they are members of a platform and notify them to use the platform. So we need to set reminders. We need to adapt an on-platform notification system. We need to send some newsletters. Of course, when we have something important to say, not every day. I found this example very interesting because I would like to say that reminding something is a very old habit. So, most of you are familiar with the sound. Is the sound of bells of a church. So, a very famous marketeer, Jacques Seguela, said that even the God needs reminders. Everybody knows that the God exists, and we have churches, and we have every Sunday to go to the church, but we need to remind that. So even if you don't go to the church, you have to hear the bells and think that, oh, now is the liturgy. So this is a very ancient, let's say, tradition and very ancient example of the importance of reminding something. Oops, sorry. So another very important thing is to provide added value. So it's good to have in our platform educational paths, to give certifications, to offer seminars, to have a repository of knowledge, and to adopt an easy search of the content. This is our academy platform again. So this academy is to engage the members to sell products of L'Oréal. So we have 3 types of seminars. The beginner seminars, so you are following the beginner path, and when you answer all the questions, then you are going to follow the professional path and then the master path. Every path at the end gives you a certification that you can use it like a certification that we take from anything else. Mass participation. In my opinion, this is one of the most important things. Mass participation can lead to higher levels of engagement. Many members means more content, more interactions. Many people in the same team feel stronger and more bonded. Let's see some examples. This is a platform that we did for actors. So if you are an actor, you can add your profile here, and the casting companies is searching for profiles here, and they can hire you. So when we have started, the main problem was that we didn't have a lot of people. So if you were an actor and you see 10 profiles there, it was blocking for you to participate in this platform because you think, okay, it's only 10 people, nothing important, so why to add my profile there? Now we have 5,619 profiles. So now it's very easy for someone, if he saw that a lot of people is participating in this platform, to add his profile. This is obvious in our everyday life. It's easier to go to a tavern when we see a lot of people there. It's easier to attend a session if we see a lot of people here. So because we believe that if we see a lot of people, it's something important, is something that we need to participate. So one of the most challenging projects when we make a community platform is to attract mass participation. Because if we have mass participation, then it's easier to add more people to our community. And this is an example for the stadium. If you're a supporter and you see a picture like that, this is Camp Nou for sure, you feel strong. You feel that you belong somewhere with a lot of people. So that is easier for you to participate and to be more engaged in this team. So now we have to encourage connection and bonding. As we said, traditional communities have the chance to meet each other in person. Virtual communities belonging exists only among the social media and among platforms. So we need to try to make it like the real life. So we need to add some live streamings, to schedule some meetups, to make some conferences or some parties. The example for this case is Drupal. When you are lonely in your house searching for help in Drupal.org, you are not so happy, you are alone. The girl in the middle, it's more happy because she's participating in a meetup. So even if she's not with her colleagues, she can talk with someone. The third picture is from Lille, our team last year. We are very happy to be there. So this is how can we make the community to act like the reality. I guess that DrupalCon is not very important in order to connect. We have a lot of tools to talk to each other. We have the Slack channel, we have, yes. So I think the reason that the Drupal Association organize every year this DrupalCon is just to be together, because we belong in the same community, so we need to see each other in person. So this is very important for the engagement of the whole team. So now Panagiotis is going to explain to you how you use Drupal to make
Yes,
all of
because
this.
in most cases we hear about things that you can't do in general, you should do, but there is a large gap on whether the platform that you're using may support you on this goal. So if I tell you that the certifications and the seminars are just content types that have a specific design, it's okay. If we say that the quiz at the end of the seminars and the certification is actually H5P widgets coming from the contrib module plus some custom that we had to design, okay. In order to track the user actions when a user has read the seminar or when he has completed it and its core, it's actually from June to the contrib environment. It's the market module. And of course, anything else that we required, for example, the social feeds, the posts, it's actually generated from the drush gen entity content command and then customized. So this is something that Drupal provides us directly. Then the form that I showed you with the ecosystems, it's from the form and the storage APIs that we have in Drupal. The ecosystems are actually groups and subgroups. So we have the forces, and you have to just test yourself and combine this knowledge all together. The newsfeed is actually headless, and the implementation is JavaScript on top of JSON API, which is in Drupal core. And everything related to search API and facets, the features that we always want as a visitor in eShops or other websites, they are already in Drupal and in a very good state that we can use. And of course, from this going on, we have recipes. We are going to have the experience builder, hopefully in the end of this year, and everything else coming with Drupal Sarasot or CMS. And I saw that there are a lot of modules, at least not a lot, there are a few modules even at this time that have been transitioned to recipes. So there is an ongoing process of the contributors, the maintainers of the modules, to also get with the trend. So
Let's make a sum up. Yes.
yes, a sum up.
So when we need to make a ecosystem or a virtual platform, we need to make it attractive. Need to make it fresh, interesting, interactive, trendy, like a game, secure, to give added value to our members, to reward them. The scope is to transform our clients into happy, engaged members of an ecosystem. And for sure, Drupal, we
It's
can
a
take
good fit for this.
advantage
Yes.
to deploy a robust solution. So we have the tool, and if we have the idea, it's very important to convince the client that if they would like to sell ideas, products or services, it's a very good idea to make an ecosystem or a virtual community in order to engage the clients more to buy their products. That's all from us. We're very happy to answer your questions if you have some regarding the marketing part of the presentation or regarding the technical part of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
No questions means that everything was very...
Definitely no questions. I was interested in what you said about not moderating too much your community, and did you have previous experiences that you realized that? Or
You know that Facebook, for example, that time it's very strict when you post something that the bot believes that it's not good. Maybe they block your account.
yeah.
So it's good to have in our ecosystem some, beside the AI or beside the bots, to have some humans to check everything.
Yeah.
Because you can sit, but when you have a community and you have all the details, the personal details of the members. For example, our academy is for professionals. So if I had your telephone, your address, your everything, I think that it's very difficult to insult someone through the platform. So the idea is to leave them express themselves.
Yeah. So self-moderating as well.
Yes, and it's good to have some person, some real person, sometimes to check something, not to block or to block accounts and things like that. I think if it can work, it's better.
Yeah, I've had accounts that shadow banned that were doing nothing wrong, but you're like, none of our followers are seeing anything, and you write a complaint to Facebook and nothing happens, unless you pay money, but... Any other questions? Oh, do you want to use the microphone?
You have to, in order to transcribe it. No. We need it for the recording.
You can sing later.
So, thanks for the presentation. You've mentioned the gamification part of these ecosystems and these communities. Would you say that gamification is built on top of competence or rewarding the users? Let me explain this. Like,
both.
I think is this like because you've mentioned that you get the competence between members, like you get a badge for more things than you do more things.
We need to make it more interesting. So when you participate somewhere, you need to have some fun, to feel that you are going to win something. So it's easier to participate in an ecosystem if you know that you are not just reading articles or browsing or like some posts. If you are going to show off your abilities and to compete with others, it's for sure more interesting than just to read articles or to browse in a repository.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if you have experience with public administration or government, where we typically find policy officers, press release teams, actually borrowed information, quite political. Personally, I think that this, for example, this is a great step to introducing digital transformation of process, not only in private sector, but also in the public sector.
I have to say that one of the projects is a public sector project.
Okay.
The European one, yes.
The European one is from ACE-BEA.
Yes, but there is a process that you have to join with your EU login.
Okay.
It was a
You log in.
tender.
Okay.
Yes.
It
Okay,
was a
okay.
tender of European Union. They need to make an ecosystem for the tourism.
For various sectors,
industry.
starting from the tourism ecosystem, and then you join the ecosystem, and there are some private groups that you have to request access to, and there is, as George said previously, there are some roles, user activity moderators. So for everything that gets added to the website, they get a notification and an email, and they may act on it or review or suggest an editing, but suggest an editing from the editor, from the author itself. They don't actually change; they suggest an edit.
I think the scope of this platform is to engage the tourist industry among Europe, among European Union, to be bonded and exchange information.
Yes,
And they send them some articles, interesting articles for them.
Yes, and for someone who did something successfully in one country, to be able to share it with other leaders of other countries so that they can take what they want from it and reclaim it for their country. That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So the question was about the
Yeah, no, it's,
moderation.
you answered the question already, because my question is how you engage this kind of, let's say, personas that are not.
You know, if it is an official project like this, a European Union project, you need to be engaged because you need to be informed. The challenge is when you have to engage private sector clients, because I don't have to participate, I would like to participate. So this is the big difference. If we have an official and government project, all the members are forced to participate because they need that. So this is the easiest way. We don't need to make it fancy, beautiful. If you see the design, for example, the design of the government project, it was not interesting because they know that the participation will be because they force the members to participate. When we did the L'Oréal platform or the People on Set platform, we need to make it attractive to use all of these things because we need to convince individuals to participate, and they are not forced to participate in these platforms. So every time the private sector is more challenging and more interesting.
And just to add something to the information here, for the certifications of the L'Oréal Academy, each certification has some dependencies for content, for live streaming, for various. And there is also a dependency in some cases for off-site seminars. So in order to support the virtual community, they organize off-site events that the users have to go to participate in, and then an admin marks that this user came. And only after this offline event, they can go and obtain the certification. So you have the virtual community, but you also have the in-person contact.
And the scope of L'Oréal is that the members of this community, mostly they are working in pharmacies, that they sell products of L'Oréal. So they need to engage all the employees of the pharmacies to be familiar with this product. So if you go to a pharmacy and say, I would like something for my skin, the members knows a lot of things about those products. So they start selling, became the ambassadors of L'Oréal inside their store, because they know everything about.
And even if they don't sell just L'Oréal products, they know more about it, so they are more familiar to sell it.
Because of this academy and because they take rewards of participation, and so it's an undercover way to sell more. But
Yes,
this is the
but a naughty way,
This is the
but-
scope of the platform.
It's a good way, in a gentle way.
Any more for any more? Oh yeah.
Hello, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry to ask, just going back through L'Oreal example, I would like to ask how this kind of platform will engage more than an Instagram influencer. Sorry to ask, but voilà.
For sure, it's very important to have Instagram influencers too. They ask from us to make this platform because they need to, let's say, to educate the employees of the pharmacies to sell their products. So they can have some seminars.
Okay, so it's more internal
Yes, it's internal.
ambassador.
If you would like to log in this platform, you
D'accord.
need to be an employee of a pharmacy. So
Of any
So it's
pharmacy.
very clear.
of any pharmacy, but you need to declare that I'm working in this pharmacy, because they don't need me. I mean that I'm not working in a pharmacy, I don't sell L'Oreal products. So they need to make an internal and very specific team of employees of pharmacies, because they're their ambassadors to sell their products. So it's a closed community just for employees of pharmacies. But in Greece, only in Greece, is 3,000.
Yes.
So it's very important for them to have 3,000 members, that they are give them a lot of feedback about inputs about their products, and they try to make them ambassadors of the products inside their stores.
Perfect, thanks. And in terms of budget, how could it cost something, I mean, like that for this kind
We
of?
can discuss that later.
Well, merci.
We have a record.
Higher or lower? Next one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.